There are men who walk through the world like natural forces, unyielding, raw, and carved from the kind of grit that cannot be taught. Duane Ollinger, the powerhouse at the center of mystery at Blind Frog Ranch, has always been one of those men. Viewers have long regarded him as the immovable anchor of the Utah desert, a steady presence in a land that seems allergic to certainty. But as the newest season unfolds, something about that anchor feels different. Something subtle. Something worrying. And fans across forums, social media groups, and discussion boards have begun to ask the same uneasy question. Is Duane okay? This concern didn't erupt overnight. It brewed slowly, like a storm gathering low on the horizon, unnoticed at first, then unmistakably ominous as the clouds darkened. Now it casts a long shadow over a season already thick with subterranean intrigue and unpredictable discoveries. A season marked by change. Blind Frog Ranch isn't a gentle environment. It's a harsh, rugged, volatile landscape that swallows the unprepared whole. The caverns writhe with unseen water currents, the tunnels shrink with the weight of unstable rock, and the underground chambers have collapsed in ways even seasoned geologists struggle to predict. For years, Duane faced all of it head-on with a ferocity that thrilled viewers. This season reveals another side, one marked by careful steps, deeper breaths, and a weariness that clings to him in quiet ways. His signature stride, once confident and charged with determination, now carries a heaviness like invisible sandbags tied to his boots. When he kneels to examine a strange mineral pocket or crouches beside the opening of a newly discovered tunnel, he rises more slowly than before, bracing himself in a way that catches the audience's eye. The energy is still there, alive, committed, stubborn, but it flickers instead of blazing. These changes have not gone unnoticed, and they've sparked a wave of concern, unlike anything the Blind Frog Ranch fandom has witnessed before. The rise of concern among viewers began with whispers, little comments beneath episode breakdowns, short threads on fan pages, a few screenshots of moments that felt off. But soon, those whispers grew louder as more viewers pointed out the same things. The exhaustion clouding Duane's face, the stiffness in his step, the way Chad seems to take the lead more often in dangerous situations, worried about his breathing during tense underground scenes. Others noticed him pausing with a hand on his hip or stretching his back mid-conversation. A few fans began analyzing footage frame by frame, searching for signs of strain that might confirm their fears. At some point, the speculation transformed into genuine worry. Is not just another reality TV personality. He's the emotional backbone of the series, the man who poured years of labor, savings, and spirit into a property that seems intent on testing every inch of his endurance. The audience feels connected to him, invested in him, protective of him. The moment something feels amiss, that protective instinct surges, and this season, it has surged with force. A man carrying more than physical burdens. Blind Frog Ranch does not deal in gentle mysteries. Its secrets are heavy and ancient, woven through labyrinths of rock and water with roots older than recorded history. Duane shoulders not only the physical dangers of exploring these subterranean landscapes, but also the emotional gravity of the unknown. He has chased answers for years, answers that remain elusive, slippery, and occasionally dangerous. The strain of that pursuit doesn't simply drain the body, it carves trenches in the mind. Viewers have noticed a new introspective layer in Duane this season. When he stands at the edge of a cavern, his expression holds something contemplative, almost haunted. There are moments when he lingers alone near the equipment, staring into the distance, as if wrestling with thoughts he has chosen not to share. That emotional weight, combined with the physical stress of the ranch's unpredictable terrain, creates a unique kind of fatigue. One that fans fear is beginning to show. Physical signs that triggered audience alarm throughout the season. Several key moments intensified concern among viewers. The strain in his movements during an episode centered around a newly collapsed chamber. Duane bent to inspect a fractured stone formation. When he rose, he paused, pressed a hand to his thigh, and inhaled sharply. It lasted only a second, barely captured by the camera, but fans caught it immediately. The heavy breaths after underground activity inside the tight caverns. Duane has always been steady, moving with purpose even in treacherous spaces. This season, he appears winded more easily. After assisting with an exploratory dig through loose sediment, his breathing remained audibly labored long after the others recovered. Hand on his back in another scene, while helping reposition scanning equipment near the south tunnel. Duane stepped back with a stiff wince and pressed his palm against his lower back. His son Chad gave him a quick, worried glance that fans replayed endlessly. Reduced time in dangerous zones, perhaps the most defining change. Duane is entering the dangerous spaces less frequently. Chad and Eric have taken the lead during narrow tunnel and underwater passage explorations. While this might be a strategic decision, longtime fans sense it is more than that. Individually, these moments might be easy to dismiss, but together, they form a pattern that viewers can't ignore. Chad Ollinger's increasing role, and his concern of the most touching elements of the newest season, is the evolving relationship between Duane and his son Chad. Their partnership has always been a central part of the show, but now Chad's role has visibly expanded. He steps into hazardous spaces before Duane. He handles more technical assessments. He often positions himself near Duane in tense moments, ready to support him if needed. Is unspoken concern in Chad's glances, quick, subtle flickers of protective instinct. He seems more alert to his father's condition this year, more aware of the toll the ranch may be taking on him. Chad's rise into leadership feels natural, even necessary, but the emotional undercurrent is unmistakable. He is stepping up because he senses the weight on his father's shoulders, and that sense only deepens fans' fears. Environmental factors, adding to the problem blend Frog Ranch, is more than a mysterious property. It is a hazardous one. Across seasons, the team has encountered. It's not unreasonable for fans to wonder whether years of exposure to these conditions are taking a toll on Duane's health. The ranch has its own unique atmosphere, especially underground, where pockets of low oxygen and unknown gases linger. Even the show's experts treat certain areas with caution. So when viewers notice Duane struggling physically, the concern stretches beyond simple exhaustion. It veers into worry about environmental impact. The emotional impact of a legacy pursuit. Duane's relationship with Blind Frog Ranch is layered, far more than a business venture or a curiosity project. It is a legacy, a mission intertwined with family, pride, and years of sacrifice. He has poured endless sweat, time, and money into pursuing answers beneath the Utah desert. Fans see something changing in Duane's eyes this season. Fatigue, yes. Strain, clearly. But also a melancholy that feels new. As if he's questioning how much more he can give. As if he's listening to his body in a way he never has before. As if he's beginning to confront the possibility of limits, a concept that feels foreign to a man who has always defined himself by pushing them. It is this emotional shift that fans find most unsettling. The concern has created a kind of community warmth, an outpouring of support from viewers who see Duane as more than a TV adventurer. He is a father, a leader, a determined soul who has inspired people with his dedication and resilience. On social platforms, fans share messages filled with hope, encouragement, and heartfelt admiration. Many urge him not to overwork himself. Others remind him that uncovering treasure is never worth risking health, Quite a few simply thank him for giving everything he has for so many years. Duane doesn't have to read these messages to feel their presence. Fans pour that compassion into every conversation they have about him. Blind Frog Ranch is no ordinary project. It devours energy, challenges strength, and tests emotional endurance. And this year, fans see the toll, not imagined, not exaggerated, but real. Yet even through the worry, a tender thread of hope weaves through the fandom. Because Duane Ollinger has always been a fighter, not recklessly, but passionately. His perseverance doesn't come from stubbornness alone. It comes from heart. Viewers hope that he is listening to his body, that his support network is strong, and that he knows he doesn't need to carry everything alone. They hope he rests when he needs to, steps back when necessary, and prioritizes health over mystery. One truth remains: Blind Frog Ranch may hold ancient secrets, rare metals, or historical wonders, but nothing beneath that desert is more valuable than the man who has devoted his life to uncovering it. And fans, now more than ever, are rooting for him, not to conquer the ranch, but to take care of himself.